So I want to give you guys my thought process before I show you what I find. So because Hualtuco has been completely inundated with water from heavy rains from Hurricane Agatha, it's made so many temporary to, quite large reservoirs. Like this used to be wet ground, and now it's just a very, very large temporary pool that might stay like this for quite some time. But my thought process is because of just the inundation of water. It provides, maybe you can see all the dragonflies, but yeah, the animals are out and about just because so many of them have been flooded out. And this also provides, a great food source because so many amphibians, reptiles, mammals are coming down to get a drink and just see what they can do without the day. So I'm walking along the edge and I see something up ahead, and I completely lost my mind when I saw it. It was the top target of the trip. The Mexican Indigo. Oh, what a darling. This is like the black and white phase. It still has a little bit of orange on the venter, but guys, when I tell you I didn't lose my mind, I lost my mind. Look at this beast. And so intelligent. Never tried to bite, just try to get away. So I'm gonna try to keep this interaction to a minimum, but I just can't. Oh my, because it's just an amazing animal. This is what I wanted to see since day one. And it's just been so hard, you guys, because really, I came at the tail end of the dry season. So the heavy rains and even Hurricane Agatha, has just been, a benefit for wildlife in general. Man, look at this animal. So I'm gonna get some shots and see what we can do. I love dry marcon. Look at the intelligence of this animal. It's calculating, it's thinking. It's just like, I hope this stupid ape hurry up and put me down so I can go find some toads to nibble on. And for a snake, this is good size. It's about 4 feet. But for indigos, this is about subadult to small adult. I would say subadult because they're quite girthy. And they can get over 6 feet. They're quite large snakes. In North America, they're like the largest non-venomous snake. Man, look at that animal. And I haven't even gone too deep into the park yet. Look at that. I'm basically at the entrance. Oh, what a trip. What a trip. Look at this thing. Okay, so this darling has not been terribly cooperative. And in actuality, this is the first time I've experienced dry marcon biting me. I'll be honest, it was not pleasant. It bit me and I immediately put the gloves on. They have serious jaw pressure for a snake. And I was actually stunned at the length when it fully stretched itself out. It was actually quite surprising. It's actually closer to 1.5 meters, or it's closer to 5 feet. So it's quite deceiving. So yeah, this is definitely a subadult. It hasn't reached that girth of an adult, but even still, this is girthy than most of the rat snakes I encounter. What a beast of an animal. Definitely you could call this one of the apex predators. Not much is really going to mess with it in its domain. And so I've messed with this beauty long enough. It's due time to release her. She's been annoyed and stressed out by me, but I just don't blame her. This is such a awesome and awe-inspiring serpent. To me, they're not oversized racers. They're their own thing. They're indigo snakes or crebos or whatever, and they're phenomenal. Now she's cooperating. I got some shots of her and whatnot, so it's ready to let her go. So, and I don't know if it's female or male. I'll check. But man, what an impressive animal! Just beautiful. And she's just eyeing me, wondering what am I going to do? When am I going to stop messing with her? Because, this would be an excellent time to get some toads. I know some marble toads will be out. Also, surprisingly, she musked me. So this is a first for me for everything. First time getting an indigo in Mexico. First time getting bit on. First time getting musked on. I mean, just the whole trifecta. And not necessarily in a positive light, but man, just I can't stop looking at this face, this head. I love their head scales and just the overall form of an indigo. You can see a lot of modeling. Not as much, but decent enough through the lower third of her body. Kind of oriole shape, but you can see hints of the other color phase that this species shows, which is a very not deep red, but a reddish orange. But indigo's an indigo. Just to give you an idea of the habitat I'm dealing with, like, you know, these once empty creek or stream beds have now just filled up so much that it's overflowing with water. And this is what the indigos needed. You know, they truly rely on water much more heavily than other serpents or reptiles. So it's very tricky to find them without finding large water sources like this that have become inundated, as I say. I mean, even next to my boot, that gives you an idea. This is quite a big snake, even though it's not adult size.